You guys, the day is finally here. It is playroom assembly day. This room has been plaguing me for months because it's unfinished, it's undone. I just had to slowly add things to it to make sure I could put it all together. And the day is here. We have all sorts of goodies that have arrived in the mail, as well as a whole bunch of things that we've just collected over the past few months. Some artwork to hang on the wall, some fun flowers. This little ride-on giraffe from Grandma in Ohio. Ride-on unicorn, and a whole bunch of stuff for a super cute reading corner. I cannot wait to take you along as we put this together. So this room actually used to be bright Ronald McDonald yellow, and we painted it this kind of yellowy beige to match the rest of the house. But since we painted it, it's been empty and mostly a storage area for all of Charlie's playroom things. So I had ordered this rug from Wayfair probably about 3 months ago on clearance. In the picture, it was a lot more cream than it was gray. As you see, it's more of a gray undertone than I thought it would be, and I was a little bit disappointed when I first unrolled it. But it actually ended up working out really well. The other thing that I bought for her was a front-facing bookshelf. I have seen them in a bunch of Instagram posts of other mamas and influencers, and I really loved the way they looked and how they displayed the books so you could see their covers. And there's a bunch of options online, but I loved this one because it actually anchors to the wall, so it doesn't take up a lot of floor space, and it is a little bit taller than the more floor standing models that were on Amazon. Now, it did have quite a few pieces. It wasn't terrible to put together. It maybe took me 15 or 20 minutes, but it was a little bit tricky because the fronts of the bookshelves are really only secured by dowels, and are attached to the bottoms where the books actually sit with dowels as well. So every time you tried to assemble it and you moved one piece, it would undo the dowels from the shelf and they would fall out and you have to kind of restart. But other than that, it was fairly easy to put together. And once it was all done, it's super sturdy. See, that's what I'm talking about with the dowels coming undone from the fronts to the bottoms of the shelves. A little bit tricky to get everything aligned all at once when you have all of the shelves and shelf fronts put together at once, but it ends up working out really cute once you get this top, or rather side piece, bracketed on so it holds everything together. One thing, if you do end up getting this shelf, is if you happen to have a drill, please get the Allen wrench bit attachment. It will save you so much time and frustration trying to battle with this tiny little Allen wrench that they give you. I hate them so much. One thing I really liked about this particular shelf is that since it is supposed to mount to the wall, it does have a spot cut out on the bottom to account for any molding that you may have around the bottom of the room. It also has a bracket that attaches to the underside of the shelf that you can use to actually anchor the shelf into the wall so it doesn't pull out if someone little were to pull on it and climb on it. I did try and find a stud in this video, but my stud finder is notoriously lying to me. So what I ended up doing was just drilling a hole in the drywall, putting a vinyl sinker or a molly anchor in, and then anchoring it into the drywall that way instead. Next was hanging the artwork that we had purchased for this room. This was a set from Hobby Lobby that was pretty inexpensive, but I thought was really cute and would kind of tie in with the colors in the rug. One of the cheats I like to use when I'm hanging pictures like this that I want to be all in a straight line and on the same level is to use painter's tape as a guide when I am putting the nail holes in the wall. I did use a level to check the tape to make sure that it actually was level. It does not look level in this video, but that's just the angle of the camera. And then what I did is I placed the picture on either side of the tape, marked out the nail hole, and then started from the outside, knowing I could fill in the middle in a minute. Once that all looks good, I put the final nail holes in, take the pictures back down, remove the tape, and do the final adjustments and placements on the wall. Next came the biggest piece of the playroom, at least to assemble, which is this Melissa and Doug wooden chef's kitchen. I thought this was one of the cutest ones that I could find, especially on Amazon. And I do have good feelings about Melissa&Doug as a brand just from the experience that I've had with them and the quality of their products. This came in about 1,000 pieces, and it wasn't terrible to put together, but you definitely needed the directions. I was able to enlist my husband to come help me, especially about here in the process where I needed a little bit of help to hold things while I secured things in place. So he was able to put Charlie in our pack and play for her to hang out and watch us put this together while he helped me assemble the more flimsy until they're screwed down parts of the kitchen here. It was a little tricky doing this because we were assembling it per the instructions with it facing the floor, so you're looking at the back of it, which for some reason I was having a really hard time with wrapping my head around. But thankfully we were able to put it together correctly the first time, and then we were able to flip it upright and have everything look the way it was supposed to. I love the little fake backsplash and the fake marble countertop. That is so bougie for a kid's kitchen, but I loved it. Danny was not expecting this kitchen to be as intricate as it was. He was expecting like a really simple, like Fisher-Price outdoor plastic pop together kitchen. So when he saw all the pieces to this kitchen, he was a little bit unhappy with my buying decision. I think he likes it now though, judging by how much he enjoys watching Charlie play with it. I love these little knobs for the range. When you turn them, they actually make a really kind of obnoxious, but clicking noise. So it'll be fun for her when she figures out how to spin things. About here is when Danny was making fun of me for buying a tiny kitchen with an actual spinning microwave plate in it. It's so bougie, but I love it. Another really fun feature about this kitchen that I would have loved when I was little is the ice maker in the fridge door. This set comes with 2 little fake ice cubes that are big enough that they're not a choking hazard for younger kids, thankfully. But when you press the lever on the door, it dispenses these 2 little ice cubes and you can reload them into the back of the ice maker in the fridge there. But I thought that was such a fun little feature. Another thing, you can put their own artwork in the freezer door frame or on the grocery list clip that Danny was just installing there. We did not anchor this to the wall. We wanted to be able to move it around the room just to rearrange things as time changes and as toys come and go. So we installed the stabilizer feet on the bottom so that it wasn't tippable. I purchased the Melissa&Doug food groups as well for this kitchen. I thought they were so cute. They're all wooden, little fruits and veggies, proteins, and breads, which I thought was hilarious. And they come in these cute little crates. So I stored them underneath here so that Charlie can access them easier now since she's on the littler side. But I imagine she'll probably mess with them a little bit when she's older and put them in her fridge or whatever she feels like. Now this was something I was super excited about. This was actually a birthday present from Grandma Mimi in California. That's my mom, and it's this foam ball pit. I've seen so many of them on Instagram with other families, and I just had to have it for her, and she loves it. Then I put the toys in her little toy basket. I really was happy that the gray was in the rug because it tied in with the gray in the kitchen and in this basket here. And then I styled all of her little board books on her bookshelf. I put the books that had actual paper pages up on the top shelf since she's not really interested in them now, and if she did take them down, she'd probably ruin them. And then the next thing I did was start working on the placement of her flower accents. I found these at Hobby Lobby as well, and I thought they were just so fun. So much of everything I put in this room was something that I would have loved when I was a little girl. So I got these two big flowers, the big white rose and the big pink flower, and those actually are on little hooks, so you can hook them onto a nail on the wall. I didn't love the placement of the white flowers, so I put a command strip behind it to hold it in a different position. And then all of the smaller flowers actually came with adhesive on the back, so you just stick them wherever you want on the wall. I haven't tried to pull them off the wall, so I don't know if they'll take the paint off, but fair warning, they might. And this is the final product. I love this room as it's right off the kitchen and it has this big cased window in it so I can see inside while still offering kind of a wall to contain her and the mess. I love the way that the rug ties in all the colors in her toys in her kitchen and in all the little storage bits and pieces. And I love those big pillows that she can snuggle with her books. Baba, you ready to see your playroom? It's your birthday present. That's so fun. Alright you guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this playroom transformation for Charlie's first birthday. She clearly loves her ball pit. And she did find all of the fake food in the kitchen and she's having a fantastic time playing with that as well. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video from me. Make sure to ring that bell and I will see you next video. Bye.